Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, GMB SHOW. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The chase returned to our screens on Saturday afternoon as Bradley Walsh welcomed a new group of hopefuls to face the menace Dara Ennis. But the show was stopped for an emotional announcement. Fans of the chase reached for the tissues when presenter Bradley Walsh halted proceedings for a heart-rending interlude. The ITV quiz show rerun had forecast a shower of fresh contestants to the arena, introduced with zeal by Walsh, who were keen to scoop up some hefty winnings. Contestants Riss, Anne, Bethan, and Darren entered the stage, braced to battle wits against the formidable chaser, Dara, the menace Ennis. However, it was Anne who stole the spotlight with her poignant narrative about her husband's recent encounter with dementia amidst the pandemic. In an emotive gesture, she spoke of her spouse's plight, asking, "Could I make a plug for my husband?" Walsh tenderly supported her with, "Plug away, darling." Seizing the moment, Anne requested, "His name is John. He is in a care home and they'll all be watching. Can you say hello to John and all the staff?" Without hesitance, Walsh faced the camera, delivering a heartfelt salutation. "John, lots of love to you, mate. Everyone looking after everyone there, and especially those looking after John," reports the Daily Record. He followed with appreciative commentary. "Thank you so much from myself and Anne. Lots of love." And then, with finesse, switched the tenor back to competition, cheerfully inquiring, "Now are you ready to play?" The latest episode of X, previously known as Twitter, left audiences feeling all the emotions, prompting a flood of responses across the internet as they connected deeply with what unfolded on screen. One touched fan posted online, "Got something in my eye," while another enthused, "Oh, Anne, what a babe." The outpouring of sentiment didn't stop there, with comments like, "I'm crying and I haven't even burnt the dinner yet," and "This is breaking my heart," highlighting the deeply affecting nature of the episode. Contestant Anne left a lasting impression by nabbing a hefty £6,000 during her high-pressure round, joining forces with Riss, who fetched the same amount, eyeing a potential combined windfall of £12,000. With Bethan securing £3,000 and Darren adding £5,000 after making it through to the final chase, the group's total hopeful prize money soared to an extraordinary £20,000. In a finale that kept viewers on the edge of their seats, despite accruing a commendable 16 correct answers, the team were ultimately bested by the menace, who caught them with just 12 seconds remaining, leading to a nail-biting conclusion where the squad sadly walked away empty-handed. It began like any other high-stakes episode of the chase. The lights were bright, the tension was high, and Bradley Walsh was on top form, cracking jokes, firing off questions, and guiding a team of hopeful contestants toward a hefty cash prize. The audience was buzzing with anticipation, and viewers at home were already posting excited predictions online. But midway through the second head-to-head round, something changed. As contestant Julie, a 42-year-old nurse from Manchester, took her seat to face Dara the menace Ennis, the screen cut briefly to a close-up of Bradley. His usual cheeky grin softened, and for the first time in a long while, there was a deep silence in the studio. "Ladies and gentlemen," Bradley began, his voice slightly trembling, "before we continue, I'd like to take a moment. This isn't part of the show, and I hope you'll understand." The camera panned to the audience, who looked on in confusion, then back to Bradley, whose eyes had glassed over with emotion. "This show has been on air for over a decade now," he continued, "and throughout the years we've had thousands of wonderful contestants, made countless memories, and shared a lot of laughs. But today I need to acknowledge something a bit different. One of our longtime crew members, Carol, passed away last week." Gasps echoed across the studio. "Carol was the kind of person who never wanted to be in the spotlight," Bradley said, blinking away tears. "But she was the heartbeat of this show. She worked behind the scenes since our very first season, organizing, supporting, and making sure this place ran like clockwork. Without her, the chase wouldn't be what it is today." Julie instinctively reached out and gently touched Bradley's hand. Even Dara bowed his head in quiet respect. She used to joke that the chasers might be smart, but she'd beat them all in a biscuit-eating contest, Bradley chuckled through the sadness, drawing warm laughter from the audience. So, in honor of Carol, we're dedicating today's episode to her memory. The studio erupted into a respectful round of applause, and the cameras lingered on a photo of Carol, smiling brightly beside Bradley and Anne Hegarty during a Christmas special shoot, displayed on the big screen behind the panel. When the episode resumed, something had shifted. The tension was still there, the questions still challenging, but the heart of the show was beating louder than ever. Julie went on to beat Dara and added £8,000 to the team's jackpot. Twitter exploded with emotion. "Bradley's tribute had me sobbing. What a beautiful moment on The Chase," wrote one user. "Never thought I'd cry watching a quiz show, but here we are," shared another. For that one moment, The Chase reminded everyone that behind every flashing light and witty quip, there's a family working together, on and off screen. And for those few minutes, it wasn't about winning money. It was about honoring a life that made all the difference.